As we start Lizard Week on the Dog Waters channel, and this is Lizard Week, we're going to start off with a reminder of the things that have come out of the mouth of the prophet lizard of the World Economic Forum. He prophesies over nations. A demonic prophecy is what he does. And if you're not paying attention to it, you won't reject that demonic prophecy. And I just want to say for my nation, in the name of Jesus Christ, I reject every prophetic word that comes out of the mouth of this lizard. Yes, sir, I reject them. Every word.
Wars of conquest, which were taboo since 1945, are coming back. The relatively stable liberal order of the early 21st century is collapsing. Instead of a cooperative order based on universal values, global institutions, and international laws, we are entering into a super competitive, chaotic world in which only one thing matters, and this one thing is brute force.
Yep.
Leaders like President Trump envision the world as a collection of fortresses, with each country separated from the others by high walls. Financial walls like tariffs, military walls, cultural walls, and physical walls. This vision may have certain advantages, but it fails to address one key problem. Walled fortresses are seldom friendly. Thousands of years of history teach
hold on, Lizard.
Each
hold
national
up, Lizard. Hold the hell up, Lizard.
Probably
Wait, you lizard bastard. Now that we putting our foot up y'all lizard behinds, now we not friendly. All of a sudden, ladies and gentlemen, we not friendly now that we putting our foot up they behind. But let me go and get what the lizard been saying. Y'all, I know y'all don't always hear this, because y'all like, James, I get tired of hearing them. But you hear this victim mentality. Now the walls, the one thing is they're not friendly. They won't let us eat their people anymore. They're not friendly. Now, I want you to notice the difference in the tone of this lizard since a foot didn't put me behind. Thank you, Donald J. Trump, for putting your foot in the behind of the lizard people. I know that you know what you're doing. Everybody else will be giving you the respect that it should give you, Mr. President. I appreciate it. Now, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't feeling the Pam Bodger foolishness. I don't know who she doing what to, but that's something that's got to be dealt with. But I'm trusting you gonna deal with it. But now this is how the lizard been talking. Now you notice that tonality, that victim mentality. Now this is when he was on his game. This is when he was like, "We shall rule over you." Blah, blah, blah.
Most legal systems are based on this idea, this belief in human rights. But human rights are just like heaven and like God. It's just a fictional story that we've invented and spread around. It may be a very nice story, it may be a very attractive story, we want to believe it, but it's just a story. It's not a reality. It is not a biological reality. Just as jellyfish and woodpeckers and ostriches have no rights, Homo sapiens have no rights also. Take a human, cut him open, look inside, you find their blood, and you find the heart and lungs and kidneys, but you don't find there any rights. The only place you find rights is in the fictional stories that humans have invented and spread around. And the same thing is also true in the political field. States and nations are also, like human rights and like God and like heaven, they too are just stories.
Oh, America's just a story, huh, Lizard? That story got its right leg dead up your behind right now. Read about it. Read about it. Read that story, you damn lizard. Read that damn story.
Hold on one second. We about to get to the bottom of this, ladies and gentlemen. This don't make no sense whatsoever. Welcome to the Dog Waters channel, where we explore mysteries, figure out the truth, dive into politics, and anything else you want to know about. That's what we doing over here, baby. Let's go.
What's up, up, ladies and gentlemen? The one and only James Williams, Dog Waters, and I'm back. I got all them contacts, got black into these glasses. I wanted to give my eyes a break from the glass, but the contact thing didn't work out well for me, man. Eyeballs started getting all red, and I was like, what the hell going on with my eyes? I hope you're doing well this morning. The World Economic Forum, the lizard people are back on full stage in frontal view. And so the next couple of days, I'll be going over their stuff. Also, I need you guys to hit the like button, please. I guess I upset a leftist inside of YouTube because they decided to start turning some of my videos yellow, which they got upset because I talked about taking a belt off and whipping them people behind that come into the church. I don't understand how you get upset, leftists in YouTube. Come in my church, chanting and acting crazy with your YouTube shirt on. I'm going to beat you with my belt. That's just that. But I get why they get upset because, quite frankly, many of those children have never been disciplined. They never took a spanking. But I guarantee you, Macron right here on the screen, he ain't never take no spanking. Never took a spanking whatsoever. Hold on, I got something playing over here. Remember I told you guys that, to control your atmosphere, you know what I'm saying, you should be playing worship and praise music throughout the night. And I still have my Tongues of Fire playing. And so it's trying to yank me. Thank you, sir. It's trying to yank me into another dimension. And I need to be here with you guys. Like you literally feel your spirit. You're like, we need to go somewhere. And I need to stay right here with you. Because we need to talk. I'm looking at Twitter this morning. And Charlie Kirk comes up. And it's old videos of Charlie Kirk with Kanye West at his parents' house. It's videos about Charlie Kirk's account and people calling him Turning Point USA grifters. I'm sitting there thinking, and I get hit with an imagination. Now, you can have imaginations that come from the Lord. You can have imaginations that come from Satan. Many times people call imaginations visions. But I just get hit. Foo. And there's a world where Charlie Kirk is not Charlie Kirk because everybody's Charlie Kirk. There's an existence where Christian men are so prominent and powerful that you can't single out one of them. And then it dawned on me. All this conspiracy theory bullcrap about who killed Charlie Kirk, the truth of the matter is Christians killed Charlie Kirk. Yep. Christians killed Charlie Kirk. What do you mean, DW? I didn't kill Charlie Kirk. Yes, we all did. The reason why is because it was only one of him. When God gave dominion, Jesus Christ came back, died, gave dominion over to us. Those who believe on his name, he gave the power to become sons of God. And it was only one of them. If it was 20 million of him, you can't kill him. You can't kill him. He's not easy. You can't even single him out because everybody behaves like him. Everybody's building like him. Everybody's influencing like him. So we the reason why Charlie Kirk died. Yep. We all the reason. Not you, me, I'm not saying you. I'm saying we the reason. We are the reason. I could definitely say we the reason why the revival that came after his death is dead right now. Because too easy to bring in the strife, too easy to bring in the anger, too easy to start arguing and fights. But yep, that's the reality of it. Imagine waking up and being snatched into that crap and giving that level of understanding that his blood is on the hands of all the Christians for non-performance. You understand what I'm saying? With that being said, let's get to the lizards. Now, this is mature conversation only. This group of individuals who call themselves the masters of the universe, He-Man and the masters of the universe, they find themselves in a very precarious situation right now. The man behind them, Larry Fink, who's sitting there looking extremely angry before I allow this German vampire to speak, this German lizard to speak. That's a German lizard and American lizard on stage right there. Before I allow him to speak, I need you to understand Larry Fink, that lizard in the back, is in a very, very tight spot right now financially. There's a silver squeeze going on, which by today we should see what ends up happening. If all the silver shorts have to be called, then there should be some epic bank crashes. That could cascade into the housing market issues that they're going to quickly have by Donald Trump signing an executive order saying that corporations can't own houses. These people, for their first time in the history of their existence, have met resistance. For the very first time, they're meeting resistance. You have to forgive me. My nose is a little bit stuffy. It's a little stuffy in here. For the first time, they're meeting resistance. And you know what when a man is in a fight is when you should pay attention to him. When they get punched in the nose and their nose get bloody is when you should start paying attention. But when somebody done stepped on their right leg, on their right foot, pushed them down, snapped their knee out of the socket, and stumped on their face is when you really should pay attention because they're really dangerous. Now, I want you to know Donald has quintessentially John Wicked the World Economic Forum. He is John Wick, the World Economic Forum. If I was good with AI, I would have Donald Trump as John Wick shooting and stabbing people in the World Economic Forum. Because that's what he's doing. And he goes there tomorrow, and I'm very excited to see what happens. I'm very excited. Well, I know what's going to happen from prayer, but I'm very excited to see the manifestation of it. But let's start with what the lizards are saying, ladies and gentlemen. Let's start with what they're saying.
It's a moment of uncertainty, but also possibility. Not a moment to retreat, but a moment to rise. The World Economic Forum is not about responding to current events. It's about orchestrating the right conditions that enable us to move forward. Isn't this moment also when dialogue is not a luxury, but really a necessity? There's no way we can move the world forward without starting to speaking with each other. That's also why we begin this week with music. Music knows no borders. It speaks no single language. A violin, a trumpet, a clarinet, and a drum, they come together in perfect harmony, each unique, each essential, each voice making the whole more beautiful. That is what we must do. Not erase our differences, but celebrate them, amplify them, build from them.
Why does he talk like this? Like he cannot open his mouth, celebrate our differences, and build from them. Goddamn lizards. Damn them lizards to hell, Jesus. Let's get them. Listen, what he just said is we don't react to events, we orchestrate events. This is a pep rally. I need you to understand, this is a pep talk. I've been watching these people for a long, long time. And I'm going to watch them this time. I'm going to go through the transcripts. I've shared some of the stuff with you I found from them before on our board that were investment opportunities. And all them investments did really well. I'm going to go through their transcripts, all of them this time. Thanks to the AI, it's a great tool. Don't be just sitting on there, playing stupid games with it. It's a research tool. And I'm going to find everything. I'm committing to you, I'm going to find every damn thing. Every damn thing that Lizard's doing, we're going to find it. But I need you to understand this. Take my magnesium. I need you to understand this. These people scared. They scared. Donald is talking about he gonna take Greenland. Then let me say this about Donald. Because see, I'm back in my bag right now. Past couple of days I've been feeling like, me being this dark skin like this, when that sun go down early, it affects my mood, man. It's like I need more sunlight. It's depressing when I don't have that son. But Donald is putting his foot up these people behind. And you're gonna witness the manifestation of the foot being in the behind tomorrow. When he gets there, you're gonna witness the full-on manifestation of the dominance. Now there'll be people who, oh, Donald's not this. I don't really care how you feel about it. I don't care how you feel about it. Because see, God uses who he wants to use and how he wants to use them. That's the good thing. That's the good thing about him being God. He uses who he wants to use. And any time the enemies of the existence of humanity, if you don't believe that all these people are the enemies of humanity, I'm talking about they are the enemies of unborn children. They are the enemies of generations of unborn children. These people right here are the enemies of that. So we got the enemies of humanity, the enemies of God. Really not really God's enemies because they're humans, but in their minds, they hate God. He laughs at them. He holds them in derision and waxes them with his sword displeasure. But the point I'm making is, for all essential purposes, they are God's enemies. They want to build the Uberman. They want to build the new man. Anytime you got one man in his crew, gang, Donald and his gang, taking on the enemies of the whole world, it's clear what side is good and what side is evil. That's the point I'm making. Now, I want you to hear what Putin got to say about what's about to happen. And here he is, rolling in his limo, the Russian gangster, Vladimir. I think that's a cool name, Vladimir. You know what I'm saying? If I was rich, I'd have a baby with a Russian girl just so I could name my child Vladimir Williams. That'd be the dopest stuff on the planet. Can you see that in school? You'd be like reading the roster. Vladimir Williams. God, something's wrong with me. Vladimir is simply sitting here saying the truth. That they're going to bow down to America. To Donald. And people like, oh, DW, you don't pay no attention. Donald Trump is a pedophile, elitist, globalist. But in these moments, you get to see the truth. In these moments, this is why I like January, late January, early February of the year. Because all throughout the year, there's this stupidity that happens on the internet, and then you get to see the truth. You get to see the World Economic Forum, the globalist forces, freak out over what's coming their way. We talk about the most powerful people in the world, on the planet, freaking out. Go on, Putin, tell them what it is.
Что-то изменилось, что ли, со времен Байдена? Да ничего не изменилось. Они с удовольствием выполняли любой приказ со стороны Вашингтона при Байдене. Просто им Трамп не нравится, они с ним боролись активно, да, реально вмешивались в политическую жизнь, предвыборный процесс в Соединенных Штатах, а потом растерялись, когда Трамп вдруг выиграл. И потом Байден ментально им больше нравился, понимаете, ментально. А у Трампа другие представления о том, что такое хорошо, что такое плохо, в том числе в этой гендерной политике, в некоторых других вопросах, им как бы не нравится это. Но я вас уверяю, Трамп с его характером, с его настойчивостью, он наведет там порядок довольно быстро. И все они, вот увидите, это произойдет быстро, скоро, все они встанут у ноги хозяина и будут нежно помахивать хвостиком. Что-то изменилось, что ли, со времен?
I muted. Here we go. I want you to read this. It's kind of hard for you to see because the thing is on the screen, but watch this. It says, and all of them you will see, it will happen quickly soon. All of them will stand at the master's feet and gently wag their tails. Has something changed since Biden time, or has nothing changed? And then his reply is, they don't like Trump. They fought him actively, really interfered in political life in the election process in the United States of America. Now, you understand, this is leading up to Davos. He's talking about Davos. And I want you to also understand that the reason why the elites, the Rothschild bankers, which the Davos is an arm of the Rothschild bankers. The Rothschild bankers are the Illuminati. The Rothschild bankers are the lizard people. So let's understand the confrontation that's about to happen. You know what I'm saying? This is a Mike Tyson fight about to happen right here. Many of y'all that might be watching might be too young to watch him, might know what Mike Tyson fight was like when Mike was fighting everybody. When the Mike Tyson fight was going on, you didn't go to the bathroom. You could have to poo. You didn't go poo. Because you know if you went to go pee or poo, the fight might be over. You heard me? This is a Mike Tyson fight. The reason why they try to bully Vladimir is because Vladimir took all of Russia's oil reserves away from the Rothschild bankers. He was a part of the World Economic Forum Young Leaders. Go look it up. And then he got in there. He said, no, I'm taking all our oil. This is going to be our oil. Y'all not having our oil. And when he took the oil back from the Rothschild, then they all started to try and attack and kill him. Next thing you know, we got the Ukrainian war. And now it's just a money laundering scheme where all the money is going into the Ukraine. And I'm going to say this. I get it. I really do get what's going on. You see, this is the real battle right here. Like what's happening today, tomorrow, Greenland, the checkmate move of Greenland, this is the real battle. I'm going to go to Alex Jones since Alex is going to break this down perfectly about Greenland. See, this is the real battle. All this leftists in the streets being crazy, doing stuff, da 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 da. That's the distraction portion of it. And it makes sense why Donald would say, okay, we're just going to let them keep going crazy. Because over here we got business to handle. We got things to do. I don't like it, but it makes sense why he would do it that way. Because this is the real battle, ladies and gentlemen. These the leftist people. Let me show you some of these damn lizard people saying, let me get these damn lizards. Hold on. Watch this lizard. See, this lizard know he in trouble. And I ain't gonna rush. We on this. I'm not switching subjects. We on this. I'm not switching to nothing else. We on this for the next couple of days. We on these lizards. So y'all been like y'all won't see. We on these lizards. And we on them from every perspective for the next couple of days, all right? So we not switching unless somebody get their head bust wide open. We ain't switching. But I want you to look at this. This is Larry Fink, King Lizard. King Serpent, a serpentine king. And he about to explain to you, and he's trying to rally his troops saying we've lost trust. Now, if you've been paying attention to these people over the past 2.5 years, all they've been talking about is rebuild. Well, since COVID, all they've been talking about is we need to rebuild trust. We need to rebuild trust. Trust in what, Negro? Trust in the fact that you want me to be able to, not only do you not want me to own my car, you want me to rent my car, but then on top of rent my car, you want me to rent the services inside of my car? Trust in what, Negro? Trust in what?
That's the goal of this year's World Economic Forum at Davos, to expose people to wider ranges of voices, to a wider range of ideas, maybe even an argument, but one that we have deeper understanding from. And I think not all of it's going to sound as good as the one that you enjoyed at that moment, like in music. And like in music, you're not going to agree with everything. But if you're willing to listen, it might leave something with you inside. It might stay with you. And maybe you will evolve and be better for it. And that's the mission of the World Economic Forum this week in Davos. And that's the goal of this year's World Economic Forum at Davos, to expose people.
Yeah, you want to expose people. Who the hell are you trying to expose? Yeah, these people on their hind legs, ladies and gentlemen. They're on their hind legs. They rearing back. And you know what? This is what I like about Donald Trump. I'm going to tell y'all, I want to tell you something too. I want to thank the Lord because, see, I had a conversation with him. And see, the last time I had an enemy present himself to me, he told me mum was the word. He said, no, you're going to do it like this. Because I can't trust your mouth. I've been talking to him. He was like, no. You know what to do when you got an enemy on the rope. You reel back, hit him with a right hook, bing. Left uppercut, bing. Kick him in the balls, boom. Mess around if you want to. Mess around if you want to. Ooh, daddy took the dog collar off me. Now, here's where we are with these people. This defeat, this embarrassment, this domination that's about to happen. If you remember the last time Donald addressed the World Economic Forum via video, and they were shook. They were shook. This time, him and his whole cabinet coming to see him. This domination that you about to see, it's going to be glorious. It's going to be glorious. I'm talking, it's gladiator scene in the Colosseum with hordes of foreign invaders, because these are all foreign invaders, in what's his name, Maximus Dominus. This is one of them damn scenes coming our way. Yeah, this is one of them things, and I'm a little excited by it. I'm a little bit excited by it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm a tad bit excited. You see, this is what it was last year. I want to show you this. That's Alexander Soros right there, right? Now, he's in the public eye because of George, his daddy. But there's some people that's on the same stage that's way more powerful than him. Make him look like a McDonald's cheeseburger, and they're a gourmet burger. There's one dude, that damn family is so gangster. These people, him and his daddy, they the first layer of the lizard people. They got some lizard people, man. You don't hear their names. They ain't with all that foolish. They not with you knowing their names. Matter of fact, there's one family I started talking about them, and weird, strange stuff started happening. I was like, okay, this is crazy. This is crazy. These people are the real deal. And it ain't him, but this guy's a bellwether. Why my camera so hot? Come on down, camera. Come on down. Make sure it look good. Let me go all buttons. No, I ain't going all buttons. It's too hot for all buttons. But this is where they were before. And need you to understand, this is where they were before. Last year. Listen to what little Soros says. We almost said the other parent family name. Look at what Soros had to say.
To actually create a narrative that inspires people to vote and to believe, in democracy and democratic institutions. And on the institutional part, I think that we can talk about institutions as these abstract things, but institutions are also about people. Mm-hmm. And we just heard this point about untrustworthy people, and we talked about things in the United States like checks and balances, which aren't written anywhere but are customs. And one man, Donald Trump, literally came in and just took that all away. But when I see this, when I look at this, more globally regarding democracy, I also say to myself, when was this great time that everybody got along so well, and things were going so great? I mean, I think I think that we really have to be careful here in this nostalgia for a time past, because a lot of the reactions we're seeing in society are actually reactions to positive things like equality for women, and greater diversity.
You inarticulate, rich butthole. And you wonder why I call them lizard people, like he was belching trying to get him a frog. Now, besides all the word salad, I want you to hear what he said about customs. He was like, there's these unwritten laws, these customs. See, it was customary for them to come in and do whatever the hell they wanted to do to you. It was customary for them to come in and take advantage of the nation. And it ain't customary no more. It was customary for him to control elections. It ain't customary no more. They've gotten resistance. They got pushback. And I would go so far as to say they've ultimately are steps away from being defeated. You might as well say they are defeated. You might as well say they are. But we will know by the reaction that we see today or tomorrow. We shall know. And finally, I want to close this out before we go to the next video with a little video from the one and only Alex Jones, paying homage to the one and only OG of the information war.
Professor Klaus Schwab, you write that our society faces a dramatic but elusive crisis. Can you explain?
We are missing in our society two fundamental pillars. It's truth and it's trust. And without restoring those pillars, we will not be able to solve the big global issues which we face at this moment.
Now, if you've been around for a while, then you know I've redefined what they mean when they say truth. Truth is censorship to them, and trust is the ability to force you to do what the hell they need to do by force. Truth is censorship. That's our truth. We tell you what the truth is. Trust is we make you do what we want you to do. It's not real truth and trust. It's a demonic version of it. It's the polar opposite of what you think it is. So truth is censorship, which they've lost control of that, right? And then trust is my ability to put my foot on your neck so I can trust that you ain't going to do what I told you not to do. You understand? So when you hear them over the next couple of days talking about truth and trust, every word that they say is the inversion of the word, ladies and gentlemen. It's the opposite of it. Let me go back. Let me let him finish talking. Go on, lizard person. Talk with your. And he even got a damn lizard neck. Look at his neck. Do my neck hang down like that? I got a fat neck, but I ain't got no neck where it's like this, like a lizard neck that come down like that. Look at that damn lizard neck. See, my neck is regular. I ain't got the neck hanging down. Lizard. Feed his ass some flies. Fly eating dirty sandy beach.
It's a keyword of dialogue, of listening each to another, and in such a way to see the different aspects, the different dimensions of a problem. And that's fundamental in order to be able to create afterwards solutions.
If there is one decisive factor of the intelligent age, what is it?
I think it's the capability, in view of the fast and disruptive technological change, to remain human beings. And as human beings, we have to exercise empathy, we have to listen each to another, and I think we have to analyze issues not just with our brains, but also with our heart, and with an understanding that ultimately we have to serve not ourselves, but society.
That sound like he just keeping it real, right? That sound like a nice old man talking, right? He sound like the nice little old German Nazi grandpa. Until you realize what he's saying is, I want to eat your heart. We should control your soul. You will die. You will own nothing. You will own nothing and you will love it. Eat the bugs, eat the bugs, eat the bugs, eat the bugs. Underneath of his calm demeanor, when he's talking about his heart, he's talking about eating your heart. Yeah, that's what he's talking about. He's talking about eating your heart, man. Yeah, he's talking about literally eating your heart.
The World Economic Forum, that is a co-equal to the UN. 4 years ago, they merged officially.
Hold on. Have y'all noticed that Alex got the laryngitis, right? He's like, the World Economic Forum is equal to the UN. You know where that came from. And I was saying this, and I'm just going to break this down for y'all because I love y'all. For all of y'all, hey. we've talked about what was going on with the cult of Candace Owens. He say better about Candace. They say better about Candace. You say better about Candace. And I was explaining it to you. You see, there came a point in the back and forth with Alex Jones and Candace Owens where he did a video where he was sitting in the car, and I saw it. You remember this? And she said something, and he let the door to a fence open. He was like, F you, you bitch, da, da, da. You could see it in his eyes. Boom. That's when the door opened. That's when he came. He just took his head from under the wings of the Almighty like this and looked around one of the feathers. And Satan said, I gotta bring sickness now. And then I watched him tuck his head back in the next 2 days. But by then, they was able to get one through. And you know it's a manifestation of it because it attacks your voice. Because the witchcraft that was being cast against him, which there are witches that cast spells against Alex Jones all the time. Just to be clear with you. There's a coven assigned to Alex Jones, and it ain't no regular coven. Trust me. I found that out after going on his show. They on some other stuff. That coven that's been assigned to him, just like the Mothers of Darkness that was assigned to Donald Trump. We talking about Mothers of Darkness level. If you don't know who the Mothers of Darkness, go look it up. They got a dart through. And the next thing is laryngitis. And my throat's been hurting, da, da, da. But they've been casting spells against his voice. Because it spells to silence your voice. To give you cancers, to do all this kind of stuff to your throat to silence your voice. My brother gonna be all right, though. Yeah, he gonna be all right. But that's just how this thing works. Man, you know, I've been saying this about the mountain of influence, and people think I be tripping. Like, there's multiple mountains. Once you get to one mountaintop, they all similar. And the same manifestations happen at the peaks of those mountains. Some just higher than others. Some are more violent than others. The storms are more violent at the top of that mountain. The winds are stronger. All right, there I go.
Actually, with the United Nations, the private corporate governance system of the BlackRock ESG system, the World Economic Forum is now headed up by Larry Fink because Klaus Schwab became so incredibly unpopular and a poster boy for global tyranny that he resigned, but he's still going to be at the meetings. And he would put a new video out saying it is critical that we regain the public's trust in the international order, the rules-based order, which means their new world order. So their system has literally fallen apart. The old globalist order is over. Carney, that is a top globalist, Schwab level, the former head of the Bank of England, not even Canadian, he now runs Canada. And he said last week in China, the new world order is China, the EU, and Canada against America. And we have those clips. I played a few of them on Friday, but I didn't get to it last night. I was so busy. The new ones over the weekend, where reporters go, "What do you mean, Prime Minister?" And he goes, "Well, it's our alliance with the EU and China against America. And all the totalitarianism that comes with it." I mean, it's just simply incredible to have this so out in the open now. And of course, they're confiscating the last guns now and passing laws to put you in jail for 5 years for criticizing the government, just like they're doing in Australia, just like they're doing in the UK. It's the same system.
You know what's going to happen in Canada, ladies and gentlemen? A lot of those places in Canada are going to become America. Just like Greenland was given to America. Watch my words. There are going to be parts of Canada that say, well, you know, we're going to go ahead and become America. We're going to become America. Now, I don't want to take too much from Alex. I won't take too much from Alex. He be on his game. He always been on his game. I won't take too much. The point I make it to you, ladies and gentlemen, is welcome to Lizard Week. Welcome to Lizard Week, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Lizard Week. Hit the like button.